Are we serious? Are we serious? Is this real life? This is crazy. Now, when I first got the news, I thought that Shams got hacked. And actually, I have Shams notifications on my phone. So every time he tweets, it pops up on my phone. So what happened was he makes that tweet. I click on it. The Dallas Mavericks are trading Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, Markieff Morris to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round pick. Now, all right, it's Luka for AD. That's what it is. That's what we're talking about, obviously. But I tried to click on Sham's name. I was like, oh, this got to be one of those fake accounts. Like, they got them like fake Woj accounts. So I thought it was like a fake Shams account. Then I looked at his profile. It had the 2.5 million followers. I was like, what's going on? What's going on? There are so many layers to this. Y'all know I'm also a Sixers fan. I'm also a Philly guy. And so I can kind of bring this to the whole Joel Embiid and Philly thing because I think that this holds a precedent of the future of superstar players in this league in terms of nobody's untouchable. Nobody. But let's get straight to the basics. All right, boom. The Mavericks messed up. Luka Doncic is 25 years old. There's talk about his conditioning, him being overweight. I heard some report that he was closer to 270 pounds. I don't care if Luka's 400 pounds. He's a walking first team All NBA every single year and just came off going to the finals. That's the facts. He has more first team All NBAs than Steph Curry. He is going to be an all-time great player. He's a global superstar. And he's somebody that you would think is untouchable, like Giannis, like Jokic, like a young LeBron. Now, for me, I don't see a Mark Cuban-led Mavericks team trading away Luka. I simply don't believe that, and I stand by that 100% because Mark Cuban ain't finna trade away his franchise player to quote-unquote win now. What are you winning now for? Do y'all think the Mavericks are going to win the championship? Now, granted, they might be better than they are right now because Luka has been injured and he might not have been locked in all the way this season. But do I think this Mavericks team led by Kyrie Irving and Klay Thompson and yes, Anthony Davis is amazing to the championship? No. I still got OKC. I still got the Nuggets. But the Lakers side is the bigger story. Obviously. This is a move that also showed LeBron, Anthony Davis, and Luka Doncic did not know what was going on. They did not. I know we have jokes about LeBron being the GM and LeBron making moves, and he was the guy that wanted to go ahead and, trade away Andrew Wiggins for Kevin Love. He's the guy that in LA, he wanted to go ahead and trade for Russell Westbrook and all this stuff. And yes, LeBron has had a track record of trying to make moves behind the scenes and use his power. But that was back when he was in his prime and he had the most leverage, right? Now he's 40. And yes, he's still a top 10 player and one of the greatest players we've ever seen. Still, he just came off a 33-point night at MSG. So he has shown, yeah, I'm 40, but I can still turn it on. But at the end of the day, LeBron is still 40 years old. And Father Top is undefeated. And so at best, I'm sorry, and I love LeBron, but what, 1 or 2 more years? I mean, he said he's got 1 or 2 more years left. And so the Lakers are looking like, all right, we're not about to keep bending the knee to you. We already put your son on, which I'm all for and all that stuff, but we're not about to keep playing your cards when we got to think about life after you. And we all know with LeBron teams, they don't have a good track record when he leaves, when he's gone. Now they have a situation. Now they have a situation where it's like, oh, we got our guy for the next 10 years. Luka's 25 years old. Luka's 25 years old, bruh. 20. I still cannot fathom this. So there are reports, I'll say it again, that the Mavericks were unsure about Luka's conditioning and all this stuff. I'm letting y'all know. If the Mavericks were unsure about Luka's conditioning, they messed up pairing him with LeBron James. LeBron James is the best player of all time in all of sports in maintaining his body. This is the first time in Luka's career, I will say it again because I don't think some of y'all realize what is happening in NBA history. Luka Doncic, for his whole entire career, has been told he's the best thing since sliced bread. He's been the best player in like elementary, middle school, high school, whatever the school system is in Spain. You're talking about a guy that at 16 years old, he was playing pro. And he was the best player in the league. And then he goes to America. And from the start, he's tearing up the league. I mean, it looks pretty easy to him. And so it's not much you can tell a guy that is a walking 30-point triple-double every night, a lock for first-team All-NBA every single year, who just came off a finals appearance at 25 years old. There's not much you can tell a guy that has accomplished so much in his life. So it's like you can't really tell him, oh, work on your conditioning, work on your body. Well, me doing it my way has worked. That's what Luka's saying. So this is the first time in Luka's career that somebody essentially told him, you're not good enough. That's what the Mavericks are saying. Because you don't trade away a 25-year-old superstar if you think he's good enough. They don't think he's good enough. Now, I think that's blasphemy. I think that's insanity. I can't comprehend why you would do that and give up on a guy who's that young, but that's what they think. So now for Luka Doncic, he's about to have the mindset of bet. And that's scary for the league. And he's paired up with LeBron James that specializes in maintaining his body. So if him and LeBron are teammates, don't you think LeBron James is going to get Luka Doncic locked in to be physically ready to play every single night? To be locked in defensively? I'm not saying he's about to be Gary Payton, But best believe Luka Doncic is going to be way better defensively. Way better. So I think this was a tremendous mistake by the Mavericks and a knee-jerk reaction. And I can only say maybe there's something else we do not know with the Luka Doncic and Mavericks experience. I hope that it's something we don't know. Because if y'all are only concerned with him being overweight, less than a year from coming off a finals appearance, the whole front office in Dallas should be fired. Should be fired. The only way for the Mavericks this trade isn't a colossal failure is if Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving, and Klay Thompson win a championship. Now, I don't think they will, but it's also like it's not enough just to get to the finals. It's not enough because you got there last year with a guy in Luka Doncic who was a little bit overweight there too and was still cooking folk. So you only justify this move by going ahead and beating somebody in the West, whether it's OKC and all of them, getting to the finals and beating presumably the Celtics. If you win a chip, I'm a dummy and y'all knew something I did not know. And y'all have a renewed faith in Kyrie Irving and Klay Thompson to essentially turn back the clock because although I do believe Kyrie is amazing and I think Klay Thompson, still, I mean, he can be 45 years old. He can still shoot the lights out. I don't care what anybody says. But this isn't 2017 Kyrie. This isn't 2017 Klay. My last point on it, bro, back to the Lakers side. And this is like a big thing for like the whole entire league, but I now think about what does LeBron feel? Is LeBron feeling like, you know what? Let me go ahead and team up with Steph Curry. Because I don't know what y'all got going on. Clearly, I'm not the priority anymore. Let me go ahead and team up with Steph Curry. Force that trade. If I'm the Warriors, I would trade Kuminga for LeBron. Tripping. What? To pair up LeBron James with Steph Curry? Yes. You better maximize that window with Steph Curry. Yes. Tripping. And then for the Lakers, it's like you get younger, and now you're fully building a team around Luka Doncic, which they already are going to do. But I do think that would have to be LeBron James facilitating that. I don't think the Lakers are like, all right, Bron, good riddance, because it's still LeBron freaking James. And it's like the revenue that he brings. I mean, he just makes the value of your franchise way higher. It's still LA, it's still La La Land, and there's still a tremendously valuable franchise with or without him. But with LeBron, it takes it up to another notch. So I do believe it would have to be LeBron James saying, you know what? I want out of this mess. I want out of this. Now, my last point on this, I'm bringing this to the Sixers. This is why when I've said trade Joel Embiid and fans was like, how could you do that? so blasphemous. The Mavericks traded a 25-year-old that just took them to the finals. Hell yeah, it's on the table to trade Joel Embiid, who hasn't gone past the second round and is injury prone. So I think that this move by the Mavericks, especially if this works out, and let's say that Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving experiment, gets them back to the finals or gets them a championship, best case scenario, will forever change the league. Because now these superstar players that we think are untouchable aren't really that untouchable. If this works out in Dallas. But for the Sixers, hell yeah, you better trade away Joel Embiid, bro. What the hell? He's 30 plus years old, injury history, and hasn't shown to propel a team past the second round in his career. Trade that man and go young. I've been saying this for years. For years. That's what it is, bro. Like, comment, subscribe. I gotta go to church. But that's my thoughts on it. This is wild. We're talking Miles Johnson. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. We are out.